everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year to everyone. So this is my Pan That Palette intro for 2024. I'm super excited to announce the winner. You all voted, well, a lot of you voted, and yeah, I'm super excited. I was very surprised about which palette won. I had, I think, 9 options in my video that I posted early December, and then I did a community tab and I pulled the top, I think, 4 or 5, so I couldn't put all of them in there based on what I was seeing in the comments on my video, which ones were the ones that people were voting for the most initially. But yeah, it was very, very neck and neck between 3 palettes, and it was quite exciting to watch. But this one palette really just, I don't know, took the lead in my community tab. I don't know what happened. There were 2 clear, like, front runners in all of my comments. But yeah, this one took the lead and I'm very, very shocked. So we're gonna do like a beauty pageant. We're gonna do second runner-up, first runner-up, and then the winner. I think it goes like that, or is it first runner-up, runner-up, and then winner? I'm not entirely sure, but I have 3 palettes here and I'm just gonna go through them all and then let you know, obviously, who the winner is. Okay, so coming in at number 3 was actually the Nabla Dreamy palette. A lot of people voted for this in my comments. However, it kind of just fell backwards when I posted a poll on my community tab. This got 74 votes, however, so still a lot of votes. And it just got so many, and so many people wanted me to use it because I did make a comment that Nabla products have not necessarily lasted the longest for me. However, this palette I've never had any issues with. It's all their other products that I bought from them, like a lipstick and a powder. It's just been a little bit of a nightmare, but I don't know, maybe because of the fact that I live in a humid climate, you know, I have issues. It's a whole thing, maybe trying to figure it out this year. But anyway, this one did not win, sadly. I was actually really happy for this to get so many votes because I did want to do this one. I think this is probably the one that I would have likely have picked. However, it is not the one that was picked. I still will do a No Pan Left Behind on these other 2 that weren't picked, and then obviously, you know, on my other palettes, I do plan to do that project or restart it sometime the end of this month or in February. I'm just not entirely sure how I want to do it. But yeah, it's a beautiful palette. It's great for every day. I really love the quality. I think it's very similar to ABH quality, and I quite like that. But it wasn't picked, sadly. And then not far behind that was Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde. This got 77 votes, so very, very close. It was like all 3 of these were neck and neck. And this one is just another really nice color story where I could have used it all year long, and I definitely want to use this palette more this year because I have neglected it quite a bit in comparison to my other Huda Beauty palettes and also just other palettes in general. This is my favorite, and I didn't even use it last year, so yeah, I definitely need to use it a little bit more this year. Just to play around with it and hit more pans. I would love to hit more pans in this palette, but it was not picked, sadly. A lot of you voted for either this one as number 1 and then this one as number 2, or this one as number 1 and then this one as second option. So these 2 were, especially in my comments, were voted for the most. And yeah, it was kind of exciting. It was kind of fun to watch all that. However, as I said, when I posted the poll, this other one was the clear winner. It was just like night and day. It didn't get that many comments in terms of like vote comments, but in terms of votes on my poll, most people voted for this, and I was really surprised. I thought that this was going to be a palette that just would be ignored, and I didn't think that it's a palette that a lot of people like or would want to see. But I'm actually very excited to use this palette as a Pan That palette. It is older than these other 2, and I love it. So this one ended up getting 81 votes, and it is the Stone Vibes palette from Urban Decay. See, I just thought a lot of people hated this palette, but I guess a lot of you wanted to see me pan this. I already have a lot of pans in here, and I'm actually off to the UK tomorrow as I'm filming this, so not when you see this. So I'm going to take this with me. This is going to be the one palette that I take with me, and I'm going to obviously get quite a bit of progress on it initially this month, hopefully. But yeah, I don't really have any plans. I don't really know what I want to do first. I just feel like I want to just play around with it, use it all. I'll be using the mattes quite a bit because they're the only mattes I'm going to bring with me, obviously. So usually when I dip into this palette, it's only for the shimmers. So I'm actually going to use it as a whole palette, and I'm excited to see how I like it in that case and how far I get with the mattes just in this first month initially, because Urban Decay mattes are pretty tough in my opinion to hit pan on. So yeah, this is the winner. 81 votes. You can see we've got 74, 77, 81. They're all so neck and neck. All the other palettes that I had as options barely got any of those. So yeah, these were just the clear like front runners, and yeah, it was pretty interesting to see that this one won. So this is my pan that palette. I definitely think that this probably won't take me the whole year to pan, because I think by the time that I finish the shimmers in this palette, I'm gonna be a bit bored and I probably won't care about finishing the mattes or hitting pan on the mattes. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So if we get to a point where we're like midway through the year and I don't feel like I really have much more to do in this, or I feel happy and content, then I will roll in one of those other two to work for the rest of the year. I'm just gonna leave that as an option. I might even do that regardless. I might end up doing that maybe after, you know, the first quarter of the year, just to see where I am with this palette, because what I do find with these shimmers is they're quite squishy, they're quite soft, they're, you know, I have hit pan in them quite easily, and so once I've hit pan on the rest, and obviously I use up more of the product inside of the ones I've already hit pan on, I just don't think it's gonna take me the whole year to pan this palette to like my satisfaction. I think it probably be done sooner than that. I might be completely wrong, but if it is, I will most likely go into one of those others, and yeah, maybe I'll have 3 palettes that I'm working on. I don't know. I just don't want to overwhelm myself straight away, but I also don't want to be stuck and get bored of this. I don't think I will. I'm super excited. Obviously, it was an option. I wanted to work on it, but I think ultimately, had I, like I said, if I had picked it myself, I probably would have picked the Dreamy palette. And I'm glad that I left it up to everyone else, because I might not have gone through with picking this palette because it's a special palette. My mom got it for me, and I just felt like, you know, I had that silly little mentality where, oh no, it's a special palette, I don't want to finish it. But, you know, it's getting old now. It's 3 years old. You know, we're pushing into the 4th year. I think it's time to, you know, start being ruthless and start, you know, going through products that I love, because I do love this, and I need to work on it. So yeah, anyway, this is my pan that palette for next year. Super excited, and we will see how I do for the first month. Like I say, got no goals. We'll just see how I go for the first month, and then maybe next month I'll have some goals. But anyway, just thought I'd share. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.